was the year of 1995. We had just had our family gathering, numerous family and friends who came by, and we had such a great bonding time on that evening. And so that following day, which was that Sunday, December the 3rd, I spoke with both of my daughters. My daughter Angela had recently gotten married. My daughter Felicia was married to Jimmy. They had 3 children, my only grandchildren, which was my heart, the typical over-loving, overbearing grandmother. I talked to Felicia that Sunday. We reminisced behind the good time we had on that Saturday. Little did I know that within 24 hours, my life and the life of my family were about to change. Hello, my name is Alice Kelsall. I'm the founder and CEO of Mother to Mother, Inc. But before we get into that, I want to take you back and share with you my story. Monday morning, December the 4th, at 3 a.m., the phone rang. On the other end of that line, she simply said, "I need you to identify yourself." I told her my name, and I said to her, "Tell me what happened." She said to me, "There's been an incident that involved your daughter and your son-in-law." Being in that profession of a nurse, I myself had made many calls, and so I knew the call. And I simply said to her, "Please tell me which one is dead." So we got to the hospital, and I ran into the emergency room. They took me to the nurse, and I said, "Tell me, I need to know." She said to me, "There was a house fire." She said, "Your daughter and your son-in-law didn't make it." She said the 2 youngest grandchildren, little Jimmy and Amber, ages 3 and 4, didn't make it. The oldest granddaughter, who was Ashley, that would have been 7, was taken to one of the other local hospitals. We arrived at that hospital around 12 noon, only to find out that she was brain dead. So there was a 7-year-old in another state that needed a heart. And we had to make a decision that day. And so we was able to donate Ashley's heart to someone. After we had buried my family, I remember saying, "God, this pain is too deep. I'm no good to myself or to anyone else. So either take me out and take me on to heaven or heal me." And so this started me on this road of grief. And I had this awesome support group. And they were just loving on me. And sometimes they wouldn't say anything. They would just come just to be in my presence. And so I found out as the years went by, I was walking into my healing. And I found myself smiling again. With this joy coming back. And so as probably 10 years out, I had a strong desire to provide for others that comfort that was provided for me. And so I started out once a year, a pre-Mother's Day event called Mother to Mother's Luncheon.
A couple years ago, my daughter brought home a flyer to a mother and mother luncheon on grief. It was everything that I could never imagine could have been, because during the time of grief, you don't know which way to go.
It was going pretty good. And so we did it again next year, and more mothers came. And so I found myself having a strong desire just to put an organization in place to promote healthy grieving for not only the mothers, but for the fathers, for the children. Mothers to Mother Incorporated is an organization that we promote healthy grieving for mothers, fathers, and children through the provision of quality event, programming, and ongoing grief support.
We want to come alongside and help them grieve in a healthy way. And that could involve a phone call, support, face-to-face conversations, a gift basket.
Monthly we have monthly grief support. And so what we're trying to do is draw out through those meetings.
You'll come heavy into the support group, but when you leave, you will be released.
It provides stability.
You share and try and build relationships. If you need further help in your grief walk, we have collaborated with grief counselors, Erin's House for Grieving Children. This organization has turned into something on another scale. Like I said earlier, we started with the luncheon once a year, pre-Mother's Day event, but now we have changed gears into a grief conference.
I still recall when they walked into my office and told me their personal stories about their grief and how they were reaching out into the community with other moms. It filled my heart. I was able to hook them up with Parkview, and they have taken it to a whole nother level. It's efforts like these that makes a difference in our community, taking situations that are perceived somewhat negative and turn them into positive.
This organization is something that you will really want to be a part of if you're on this journey.
You cannot walk through grief alone. You may think you can, but you won't survive it in a healthy way.
I know there's moments on this journey of grief that we feel like there is no hope up under the grief, but there is.
We are here and available and willing to help.